Today's forecast calls for cloudy skies in New York City with a high near 60 and a low near 40. It's Friday, November 7th, and this is your Boroughs in Brief. Now, before we begin, let's take a look at the forecast for the weekend. Saturday calls for nothing but sun with a high near 65, but don't get too excited because it's looking like rain on Sunday. Expect a high near 61. All right, now that we got that out of the way, the weekend's here. If you're a little low on cash but still looking for something to do, you gotta listen up. Here's a handful of things happening in NYC this weekend. Let's begin in Manhattan with an event called Construction. Now, this is an annual Cans for a Cause competition that pits architecture teams against each other to create larger-than-life art installations using thousands upon thousands of, yeah, you guessed it, cans of food. It's all for a good cause, ending hunger. Every can is donated to City Harvest to help feed those in need. This is all happening from 10 a.m. until 7 at Brookfield Place in Manhattan, 230 Vesey Street, and going on until November 10th. Come see the unveiling of these engineering spectacles, all built after months of planning. You can vote for your favorite sculpture and awards like Best Use of Labels, Best Meal, and Structural Ingenuity. Will your favorite take home anything? Find out at Construction, happening all this weekend from 10 a.m. until 7 at Brookfield Place in Manhattan. Now, admission is free, but do your part by donating some canned goods to the cause. Up next, and going on Sunday in Manhattan, it's the Grand Bazaar NYC. Grand Bazaar is one of NYC's oldest and largest marketplaces where you can buy vintage treasures, antiques, clothing, and more goodies from more than 150 local merchants. Photographers, jewelers, and furniture designers sell their best on Sundays between 10 a.m. and 5 p.m. on the Upper West Side, 77th Street at Columbus Avenue, rain or shine. The market runs both indoors and outdoors each week all year long, and each week offers a different theme, from featuring women-owned businesses to focusing on handmade items to spotlighting international wares. The market is now celebrating 40 years. The Grand Bazaar has a mission to give back, with 100% of its profits from booth rentals supporting 4 local public schools, helping with everything from school supplies through teaching assistants. So you gotta come check this out and help give back to the community. It's the Grand Bazaar NYC this Sunday from 10 a.m. until 5 at 77th Street at Columbus Avenue. Now over to the Other Art Fair, Brooklyn. This is going on all this weekend at Zero Space. Connect with artists in person and explore hundreds of original artworks across various media, including painting, photography, sculpture, immersive installations, mixed media, murals, and more. The Other Art Fair is all about showcasing independent artists. Come and see the work of more than 130 independent and emerging artists from across the globe and local to NYC, each handpicked by a committee of local art world experts. Visitors can meet artists in person and discover thousands of original artworks and limited edition prints across various media. You can also check out interactive installations, including a Met Cloisters tapestry portrait session. The fair will also feature a curated selection of food and beverage options throughout the weekend. Again, it's the Other Art Fair Brooklyn. This is going on all weekend at Zero Space. Also going on in Brooklyn on Sunday, and I'm intrigued just by the name alone on this one, it's the Banjo Toss competition in Gowanus. This starts at 1 p.m., and the event is exactly how it sounds. Each year, as part of the Brooklyn Folk Festival, contestants gather on the banks of the fetid Gowanus Canal to see who can throw a banjo the farthest. Now, you can't just bring any banjo to throw, of course. There's actually a special throwing banjo attached to a rope, and it's tossed into the canal. The marked rope will show how far the banjo has been tossed, and then it's hauled back in for the next throw. Inclusion is encouraged, so come on out and give the banjo a throw at this year's Banjo Toss competition in Gowanus Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. The New York Comedy Festival starts on Friday. The festival has reached its 21st anniversary, and the best comedians in the city are here in celebration. If you've laughed at comedy shows in NYC in the past few years, it probably had something to do with at least one of the comics on this year's lineup. With over 200 comedians performing more than 100 shows at venues throughout the 5 boroughs. This year's lineup includes comedy legends like Margaret Cho and Louis C.K., welcoming members of the podcast generation, including The Basement Yard, Bernhard and Hannah Berner. And 90s comedy fans, get ready. It looks like a special Strangers with Candy reunion will be happening with cast members Amy Sedaris, Stephen Colbert, and Paul Dinello reuniting 25 years later after the show's cancellation. If you're looking to laugh this weekend, go check out one or some of these shows this weekend at the NY Comedy Festival. It's happening throughout all 5 boroughs this weekend and running until November 16th. Check online for lineup and ticket information. And finally, if you still have those old, soon-to-be-rotting pumpkins hanging out at your house, take them over to get smashed, will ya? Join Lower East Side Ecology Center at La Plaza Cultural for Pumpkin Smash 2025 this Sunday. Bring your pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, and gourds for a smashing good time, and don't let your pumpkins haunt a landfill. Now, there will be more than just smashing going on. You can also enjoy fun, family-friendly activities like earth loom weaving, painting with food scraps, light refreshments, and even live music by Kiki and the Fellas. And in case you were wondering, the smashed pumpkins will be turned into compost to help rejuvenate soils in parks and green spaces. Now, if you can't make it and smash your own pumpkins, try to bring your jack-o'-lanterns to one of Lower East Side Ecology Center's food scrap drop-off sites. And that's all for today. We hope you get out there and enjoy one of these events this weekend. My name is Imran Sheikh. Stay safe, and we'll be back on Monday with a brand new list of things to do.
Spoken Layer.